not only is this going to be my presentation on blog articles, but it's going to be, we do PowerPoint presentations. This is another um, mode of presentation that will actually kill two birds with one stone. One is that you've got your presentation. Secondly, it's permanent on the website. So instead of doing a PowerPoint, I created a page, and you can create a blog article that is your presentation. That might be a great way to do it. And so here is, you go to member resources and over member blogging, writing a blog article. So my presentation is going to reside right on this website. And here you go. Writing a blog article, quick step-by-step strategy. So imagine these being PowerPoint screens. I'm not going to go over everything that I've said here. I've got a number of, the top 10 quick steps to successfully writing a blog article. But what I do want to do is skip down and answer the question why. So the question, benefits of writing a blog article. Benefits of writing a blog article is you're going to find you're speaking more effectively about your products and services just by virtue of doing that discipline of putting it into writing. You'll get more attention. Okay, it's out there on the internet. More viewers will find your website because you're going to have links to your website on your blog article. What I'm suggesting is you write a blog article, we'll post it on the Network Las Vegas website. We get a lot of viewers, and we'll put a backlink to your website. Your conversion rate will increase due to the strategies I'm going to give you, meaning people that are reading are going to do what you want them to do as a result of reading that article. That's conversion. You'll grow your contact list more rapidly. You'll position yourself as the go-to expert in your profession area, because the more valuable information you put out there, the more people begin seeing you as an expert, and your business growth will increase dramatically. So these are benefits of writing a blog article. Now let's go to the top 10 quick steps to successfully writing a blog article. And the first step, never say no to yourself. How many people think, hey, I can't write? Well, the more you tell yourself no, a lot of people in life are going to tell you no. Dave, you can't do this. Michael, you can't do this. You're the only person who's going to consistently say yes to yourself. So never say no to yourself. Start from the end and work back to the beginning. There's a guy at the finish line. So the first thing you want to do when you write your blog article is ask yourself, what action do I want my readers to take? And do I want them to purchase a product? Do I want them to buy a service? Do I want them to download something? So you think, okay, what action do I want them to take? What specific action? That's the end. Now you're going to work your way backwards. Okay, so have that clearly in mind. Okay, step 3, make your purpose and audience specific. And things like visit my website, get serious about your health. That's not very specific. People are going to say, oh, thank you for that, and then they're going to leave. So make your purpose specific and your audience specific. Have someone specific in mind that you're speaking to. As Michael says so many times, if you're speaking to everyone, you're speaking to no one. So, picture your audience in your mind. Who is that person? And speak specifically to one person with one specific goal, and your blog article will immediately be more powerful. and it will resonate with your reader. Next step, start with where your readers are, not with where you want them to go. And what I mean by that, you may not even want to start with your product or your service, but because that's not where they are. They don't know about your product, they don't know about your service, but they know what they want now. So let's just take an example here. Let's say that that my goal is that people buy a protein supplement. Now, I'm not going to start with talking about the protein supplement. This is a great protein supplement. This is how it's made. This is why it's so great and better than all the others. No, don't start there. That's not where your reader is. They don't care because you haven't connected with them yet. So what they do want, maybe they want to run faster or longer or lift heavier weights or build more muscle or recover faster from a workout, have a more enjoyable, successful workout, keep up with the kids and the grandkids, or just sleep better. What do they want? Where are they right now? That's where you're going to start. So in my example, I would say if I'm selling a protein product, maybe I'd start with the top 5 strategies for cutting 10% off your personal record in a 10K race. Now, immediately, this has done a number of things. One, it's defined your market. Those people who are really into 10K races, they're going to read your article. They're going to find it on Google. Those people who are into doing better in their 10K races, they're going to find your article. So that's going to help you connect. And it's also going to capture their attention because they're not necessarily interested in your protein supplement. They are interested in cutting 10% off their personal record in a 10K. So, so you'd start there and then engage your audience. Tell stories, as Michael says so very often. Tell stories, give examples, ask questions. There's a saying that I use very often: stories and illustrations, the containers your audience uses to take home the content of your message. And there was once in a networking group, I held up a glass of water and I said, if this glass is the container that holds the water, if you want to take this water out of the room, you better have the glass. And then I poured it out and said, okay, this water has no container. Where is it going to go? It's going to disappear. So stories and illustrations are the containers your audience uses to take home the content of your message. And your audiences, they're going to remember a story. And that may be all they remember, but then they're going to think, oh, what was this story about? Then they're going to think of your main point. Okay. Another valuable thing to put into your article or even your presentation is questions. Questions engage. In the example above, a potential question might be, you're talking about the strategies to increase your or decrease your time in your 10K race by 10%. Okay, so a good question would be, what was the last time you experienced a sudden improvement in your 10K time? How many athletes out there have a great day and they don't know how it happened? Okay. Another question is, did you plan for that experience to happen? Or did it happen spontaneously and you don't know what caused it? You had a great run, you don't know how it happened. Another great question would be, what if you could actually make that experience happen again? You say, I'm gonna have a good day. I know how to make myself have a good day. And how great would that be? So you've asked questions that people are thinking. It causes them to think about themselves, their goals, what's important to them. Now you've got their attention. So questions engage, stories and illustrations are the containers your audience uses to take home the content of your message. Okay, add images. Pictures are the containers. You know that this is the great thing about images. Images are going to increase your viewers' ability to understand your message by a factor of 600%. If you just give them text, you're 1/6 of the power of if you have pictures. They're going to increase the appreciation to buy into your message. So they're going to understand it better, and they're going to have an affinity toward what you're saying by a factor of 6 times. It's going to increase their retention. Okay, after they've listened to your message, if you have some great pictures, it's going to increase their memory of what you said. And it's going to increase their likeliness of taking action on your message by 600%. So definitely add images to that blog article. No plain text. That'll kill you. Okay, strategy number 7. Now, after all of this, you're ready to present your product or service. So you've given your runner the top 5 strategies for cutting 10% off their personal record in a 10K race. Now present your protein supplement as a way to accelerate your path to that 10% improvement. Okay, you can do these 5 strategies that I've mentioned in my blog article here. That's going to help you. You got immediate value from this, but you want to put it on steroids. You know, here is a supplement that's going to help you even more. And so this is where you describe the features of your supplement and the benefits of your supplement. And this is a great place for client stories and testimonials. So this is happening like 4/5 of the way down your article. You've engaged people, you've helped them with strategies. Near the end, you're going to present your product or service as a way to accelerate whatever goal you've presented. Okay, whatever goal they want. Okay, create a strong call to action. And you'll notice in the little picture here, it's kind of like an invitation. I wanted to find a picture that would show an invitation. So you're not trying to sell someone on something, you're inviting them, saying, you know, here's the doorway. This is what you need to do to enter. That is a powerful call to action because they can choose whether to open that door or not. You're not compelling them to do anything. Okay, make the action easy. You know, click on this link. And you'll begin using the performance accelerating protein supplement within 3 days. Create urgency. And this is where, you know, if you have a limited time offer, it's a great place to put that. So create some urgency or just a question. How long are you prepared to wait and linger in that less than optimal 10K time, and you've wanted to increase, you know, your performance by 10%? How long are you willing to go 10% less than your capability? So, you know, create some urgency here. And then, okay, 9, just write. Okay, now you're ready to write. You got all these ideas in your mind. Just write. Don't refine. Don't worry about the details. Just write. Because we have 2 parts to our brain, at least. But I'll talk about these specific 2 parts. There's the creativity part of your brain. When you're writing, you're in that creativity, imagination part of your brain. If you stop and ask, did I spell this right? Did I use the right picture? Did I use the right grammar? Did I create, is this a real paragraph or not? Did I make the break in the right place? Now you're putting yourself out of your creativity mind and you're putting yourself more into a detail-oriented mind. It's going to derail your thinking. So the first thing you want to do is just write. Don't worry about spelling. Don't worry about layout. Just write your message. Okay, then the next thing is you go back and you refine. And that's where you think of spelling, grammar, layout. You see, one misspelled word can derail your entire message in the eyes of your reader. They're going to think, oh, this person misspelled the word. Are they really that great about, is their product really that great? Is their service really that great? Are they really that professional? So that's when you want to go back over the message that you've got, and you want to refine it with spelling, grammar, the layout, what goes where, adding the images. And this is a great place to keyword optimize. So, do a keyword search. And when you're writing your message, speak the words that people are searching on Google. And now, if you don't use those words, people aren't going to find you. So you don't want to be saying things that people aren't looking for. You don't want to be talking about something people aren't interested in. That's what a keyword search will do for you. It'll help you use the words that people are actually looking up on Google. So go back and refine. So, here's where we started. The benefits of writing a blog article. You'll find you're speaking more effectively about your products and services. You'll get more attention. More viewers will find your website. Your conversion rate will increase. You'll grow your contact list more rapidly. You'll position yourself as the go-to expert in your professional area, and your business growth will accelerate dramatically. These are the values of writing a blog article. And also, if you do it as a blog, if you do your next presentation as a blog article instead of a PowerPoint, then people can go back and they can click on it. And just like this page is permanently on the website, if I'd done it as a PowerPoint, when I'm done, it's gone. But if I do it as a blog article, now here it is on the website forever. So I invite you to do that. I will help you do that. And so, as a summary, here's the proof that great headlines alone can carry the basic content of your message. The top 10 quick steps to successfully write a blog article. And you'll remember that the article is about these things, but here's the summary. Never say no to yourself. Start from the end, work back to the beginning. Make your purpose and audience specific. Start with where your readers are, not with where you want them to go. Engage your audience, tell stories, give examples, ask questions. Add images to your blog article. Then present your product and service. Create a strong call to action. Just write, don't refine. Don't worry about the details, just write at first. Then go back and refine. So you see, the whole thing is in my headlines. If someone happens upon this page, and we're all busy, they can skim the headlines and get the whole message. They can drill down to certain portions and say, oh, I want to read this whole section. And that's great. So at the end, I have, submit your blog article. So we got a whole page on that, how to submit the blog article. And if you need help creating your blog article, or presentation, that's one of the things I do as marketing department LV. And so, so here you have it. You want to find this again, member resources, member blogging, writing a blog article. Under that, submitting your blog article. Above that is all our member blog articles so far. So you can see we've got Mark and insurance represented very well here. And Mark, feel free to write as many more as you want, but hey, it'd be nice to have something more than insurance too. We love these insurance articles. But hey, we've got more members in this group that have different businesses. So Having said that, let's go ahead and quickly, I want to ask each of you, did you have a blog article theme in mind as I was speaking? Were you thinking, hey, I'd like to write this particular theme? Stan, did you have one in mind?
Yeah, I did. The 3 ways to use text messaging to grow your business.
Excellent. How about you, Neil?
I'm not very creative, so no.
Okay, and Neil, we're going to meet and come up with a bunch of themes. So that'll help get your themes going. Z, did you have a theme that you might write on?
Yes, I was thinking like about getting offered accepted, like find out, give some advice to buyers to get their offer accepted actually, because
Okay.
that's one of the, yeah.
How to get your offer accepted. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Luke, did you have one?
I did. Utilizing savings and additional revenue to, help be more competitive in the labor market, whether it's paying employees more, beefing up benefit packages, etc.
Okay, so all that money that you're saving them, now how are you going to use that? That's kind of cool because I like that because it's an assumptive close. You're assuming they've already used your service. Now you're telling them how they can benefit from your service. That's pretty awesome. Okay, Mark. Oops, you got to unmute yourself.
Yep, I had a whole bunch of them that we talked about a few weeks ago, and I've been kind of dabbling on those.
Okay, so can you name one of them?
To be honest with you, that's what I'm looking for. I was looking to pull them on up. So I'll circle back with me in a half a second. I'm trying to find them.
Okay, we know that you're going to start working with Medicare in the fall. And so a Medicare theme might be very good. How to choose the best Medicare Advantage policy, for example.
Yeah, and I think one was on health insurance, but there were like 4 that I really wanted to work on that we had discussed in that prior meeting.
Okay, excellent. Michael.
I've got a great one. Are you tired of wearing a mask to work?
Okay, good. And Michael, what service would that or product would that lead to?
Start your own business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, start your own business and get away from there. Go stay at home. Don't have to wear a mask at home unless you have somebody over or they're at the door. You're working at home. You're not having to go there and wear a mask. And who knows, we may go back to screening, having the temperature check and everything else have to go through a certain door. We're going all the way back to that. I know a lot of people are going to have second thoughts about going back to work.
Okay, so work from home and you have a marketing program that you can sell them that will help them do just that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And Gary.
Don't be caught off guard. You can run your business with assurance that somebody has your back.
Very good. Okay, get rid of that fear. Okay, and Dave.
Discover your neighborhood in new ways you are going to be pleasantly surprised.
Okay,
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. They say that in like more urban environments than Las Vegas, like Portland or Chicago or Washington, D.C., that when people purchase a bike within the first 2 weeks of them having a bike and going around the neighborhood that they may have lived in for quite some time, they discover a new restaurant they didn't know existed. They meet somebody new that's like-minded, and or they find a new home that they would prefer to live in, right?
Oh, wow.
It's a great way to discover where you're immersed in your environment, like become more at one with your environment.
Very, very good. Okay, so we each have a theme. And Mark, you were raising your hand.
I found a couple of mine. One was Keyman Insurance, and then what questions to ask. about your insurance.
Okay, very good. So, so we each have themes, and I encourage you, again, to go to networklasvegas.com, member resources, member blogging, and writing a blog article.
Cool.
And there's the whole strategy for you. And then when you're done with that, you can click on submit a blog article. And Mark will attest to how easy that whole process is. Many businesses have said they took the time to write a really powerful blog article. They keyword optimized it. It was engaging. And that one blog article has been bringing them clients for a
Really?
number of years. So definitely, that's the kind of results that we will be seeing as we get more blog articles on the site.
Hey, David, real quick on that, as far as trying to avoiding duplicate content, so we're not copy and pasting, and these are our own words. How does that work with images?
With what?
With images.
Images are okay. You're not going to get the duplicate content penalty for images. You just want to make sure your images are copyright protected, like the images that I use. I got from a website that says, hey, you can use these images. We're not going to turn you into the legal action here to make you pay for these images because you already have. So there are websites where you can get images. Pixabay is
Pixabay.
one.
Pexels. There's a number of
Yeah.
them.
Pexels, good. And I use Presenter Media. So yeah. So no, images aren't going to give you duplicate content, but you just want to make sure they're your images. What I encourage you to do is write a blog article. And I've got the directions for writing, directions for submission. Send me your blog article. Let's get some articles up there. And next time you have a presentation, you could do it as a blog article. My presentation was just about the same as a PowerPoint. It had slides, it had images, but it's permanent. So
Yeah, it's cool. That's a great idea. It's a great point. I really like it. No, it's very helpful. You put the fire under me.
Okay, good.
And I will tell you, Dave, that David Smith makes it very easy. He's, he'll put all the creative genius stuff on it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Like for example, Mark wrote his articles. He didn't lay them out. He didn't add images. He just sent me text. This is my article. I laid it out. I added images. And, because I had his message, it made it easy for me. And it made it easy for Mark that all he had to do is write out his message. So that's another way that we can make this work and make it easy for you.